Hey, how's it going there, you old pal Jim Super Picker Flipping Duo? We're going to take some pictures and talk some shop and just, we're around the house today. So yesterday we did a little bit of thrifting. We didn't get a whole lot. We didn't take any video actually doing thrifting, but we'll take pictures of what we got so you see what we got. And we're going to list all this stuff today. And we still have some auction stuff. I have to go through. We have some stuff that I bought purposely, like the lot of stuff that I still have to picture. We've just had kind of a lazy week. And with the, allergies and all of that, just kind of knocked us out for a while. So we have to get to that stuff. And then we have a lot of just the small stuff that we're going to lot together. We have to create those lots and figure out what we're doing, what is worth keeping, what's worth lotting, what's going to go to donate, what is just straight trash. So, but for now, we're going to picture what we bought from the thrift stores, which isn't a whole lot, actually. We bought a lot of clothes from Salvation Army because yesterday was their half off day. They have 5 colors, right? So they're half off the entire store, 4 out of the 5 colors on Wednesday. So we bought some stuff. That's when I buy clothes, right? Like that's a good clothing day. And Salvation Army clothing pricing is reasonable. And on half off day, it's even better. So yeah, so let's get into it. First thing we got are these Merrells. These are, I forget what they're called. Vapor Glove 2. I think they go all the way up to like 10 now, but these like minimalist type shoes, they've got the Vibram soles, so they're heavy duty. I said duty. They are the minimalist shoes like this, the 5-finger shoes, stuff like this, really lightweight, super, super hot. Flips pretty fast. So bought these for $8. I should get 40, maybe 50 because they're in really nice shape. I mean, look at that. That's really nice. So I'll take a picture of these. Not just one, a bunch. So yeah, we've still been working, but it's been a tough week, and we had a tournament, soccer tournament this past weekend, and we have a soccer showcase, which is like a tournament this weekend. Showcase is just 3 games for college coaches, and just for recruiting, basically. So we're doing that with our youngest son, who already he's a freshman, going to be a sophomore next year. He's already got one college asking for film and asking for tournament schedule, game schedules, that kind of thing, so that they can come and check him out in person. And so we have to get film on him. It's a Division III school, so it's not a big school. And as a freshman, only Division III schools can contact him because they don't offer sports scholarships. So, which is still, I mean, it's exciting that a college at any level wants to see what he's all about with his soccer and stuff. So, so it's exciting. And just being able to go to these showcases and kind of perform for other coaches, these are done, is a good thing for him. So, and we're looking into like college camps for him this summer, to get him in front of even more coaches. I'm just looking at the space that I have because we didn't put anything away that I've pictured recently. So that's all right. Next up, we've got this Mr. Coffee Cafe Latte machine. Paid $5 for this at the Salvation Army yesterday. Super clean. Really, really nice shape. Just the carafe for this sells for like $75. So I'll probably get like 100 to 120, I'm thinking. I've seen them sell for 90 plus shipping for these guys. So paid $5. So let's get this pictured. Anyway, so one of the things I wanted to talk about was negative feedback and what to do about them when you get them. Saw an interesting video from Jay Ride, and I agree with a lot of it. He was talking about like not worrying about the feedback, that's what I agree with. But he also says do nothing about that feedback, which I agree with in part. I don't think you have to do anything with that feedback regarding that sale. Yes, that is true. I'm just picturing the little, that thing. Like when there's parts, you just take it all out, picture everything separately. So what I do when I get negative feedback, right? I don't respond to that feedback specifically. I don't try to get that feedback specifically removed. I don't do anything with that feedback. I don't try to remedy that issue when they're talking to me through the feedback system. Like that's not a conversation with me specifically. That's just the customer leaving feedback on that order. Like that's not an opportunity for them to reach out to me at all. So that sale is over, right? But if they're complaining that an item broke during shipping or an item arrived late or whatever the issue is with that item, that's an opportunity for you to change something that you did to upset that customer to leave that negative feedback, right? So that's where I disagree with the, do nothing about the feedback. No, you do something about it. You don't do anything about that sale, but you change the thing that upset that customer for the next sale. One thing we did a couple of years ago now, like over COVID when we were selling a ton of puzzles, I used to, when I shipped the puzzles, we would bubble wrap and bag, but I would just do one strip of tape on each side of the box, right? So I would then ship it out that way, and a customer complained through feedback and said that it arrived damaged on a corner. So we changed, and now we do 2 strips, one on each corner, to make sure that the bubble wrap stays down. And we haven't had a complaint since. So that's what I mean by just, when you receive bad feedback, be proactive about it and change your system, your process, to avoid that issue for your next customer. But you don't have to do anything about that sale. You don't have to remove the feedback. Feedback on eBay is, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it really, I mean, the feedback system is so watered down now that it really doesn't matter. Because they're sending you so many positive feedback from customers that don't leave feedback in the first place. So eBay just assumes that all is good and leaves the positive feedback on their behalf. So you don't have to deal with the negative feedback like you used to in the past, you know. So don't sweat it when you get it. Don't even respond to it. Don't try to get it removed. Don't waste your time with that stuff. Just realize what happened. Understand what caused that feedback, and then fix it for the next person. 9 times out of 10, it's a shipping issue. So just, you know, get it to the post office on time, or add an extra layer, ship it in a box, more paper, whatever the case is. Make sure it doesn't arrive broken. You know, be honest with yourself. Now, if it's something like, you know, they wouldn't break their own policy to please me, that's not something that you need to worry about at all in the first place, ever anyway. So, you know, that's that. That's all I wanted to say about feedback. I didn't want to dedicate a whole video to it because there's really not much to it. So we picked this guy up for $2. It's a vintage Gans Wrinkles puppet, plush puppet. And he's got his bone in his shirt. It's got a little stain on it, but that's okay. It's not that bad. He's got a little stain on him too, but it blends in. That's okay. These guys go for 35 to 40 bucks. So paid $2 for him. He's got his tag, and we'll get him pictured. Yeah, Wrinkles, the dog puppet. I don't know. Wrinkles. Like I said, we've been just kind of not feeling very well this whole week, and now we have soccer stuff. This last weekend and this coming weekend, and so these weekends are just kind of, we can't dedicate to work stuff, which is, you know, why we do this, right? So which means that we've got to kind of get to it and get working now. So do have an auction pickup coming up tomorrow, actually. Didn't buy a whole lot from this auction because stuff was going like crazy prices. I mean, above retail prices crazy. We're looking at musical instruments and equipment stuff. That's going for, we're going to picture this Millie Bourne's game from 1973, I think. Can't find the year. It's on here somewhere. I don't know. Millie Bourne's. And yeah, so a lot of the musical equipment auctions, they're collector auctions. A lot of music teachers buy from that auctions. Studios buy from those auctions because it's cheaper than buying retail. So they'll buy used from an auction because that stuff tends to last for forever and ever and ever. So I'm just kind of figuring out these cards. Okay. And what's a picture? So I bought only 2 lots from this auction is all I could really kind of get at a deal worth flipping. We bought a lot of like stereo music studio electric plug-in stuff, just a bunch of random. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what's in it. There's a, you know, I spent say $50 on that lot for maybe 8 different units of stereo equipment, which is great. You know, it's a good buy. Gonna get into some hair curlers now. Got this Conair. It still has the foam in it, so if it's used, it's very lightly used. Doesn't look like it's been used at all, really. Can't say it's new because there's no box, obviously, but I wouldn't say it's new, but we're going to keep the foam in there. Yeah, we bought a big lot of that. I should do really well with that as long as everything's working. And with an auction like that, like, yes, you can go and preview, but you can't test, right? Like, you can plug stuff in, but that only tells you if the power is working. That's really about it. Like, you can't hook it up to speakers and bring, you know, microphones or take microphones from other lots. Like, you can't do stuff like that, but you know, you can only test for power. So there's no sense in going down and just making sure stuff turns on, you know. So bought that. I felt like that was cheap because I should, if everything works, I'm looking at probably $1,000 in total profit or sales there. If nothing works, then still probably about 400 to 500. Next we have this hair curler set, Infinity Pro. Ashley found this one.
I think they're both lightly used.
These are both lightly used. We have another one in the box.
Yeah, open it on the other side, it'll be easier.
Okay. And the other lot I bought, they had a whole bunch of auto harps, which is an instrument by Oscar Schmidt, is the big auto harp manufacturer. And this thing is, concentrate on this a second. Okay, so I was trying to buy, because typically when you see them in thrift stores, they're, you know, $20-30 and they're kind of rough. These were all, I mean, in nice shape. I'm not gonna lie, they, you know, all the stuff in here, if it was in good shape, it clearly stated, you know, good condition, whatever. And like, you could see that it was well taken care of, and all these auto harps looked like they were in really nice shape. So I don't know what's going on. There it goes. Okay, so yeah, so those are paid like $37.50 because they were, I mean, it was just in really nice shape. this auto harp, and they can go for 300 to 400, as low as, let's say, 75 to 80 this model. Some models are obviously, you know, not that great. I didn't leave room for the box. I still didn't leave room for the box. Some of them are, you know, 40, 50 bucks for like student models and things like that. But this one was not that, and it had a case, and, you know, it had a lot going for it. So, so those are the only two lots that I bought, which kind of stinks. But if that's the only deal that's to be had, then you just gotta be disciplined and not, you know, go after everything just because you want to spend. And we're gonna have to drive like an hour and probably 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, to go get this stuff. But, you know, you don't want to be stupid and buy stuff just for the sake of buying just because you're going. Like that doesn't make sense to do. So, but it's fun stuff. I like buying musical stuff, music equipment, things like that. It sells really, really well. You don't hold on to that stuff too long, even if you're selling it for parts, even if it's really, really rough. You get a lot of like home studio folks building a home studio or wanting to upgrade pieces or add to whatever, you know, they needed something to. Those folks go to eBay because they don't want to buy brand new from Guitar Center or wherever they're buying from, whatever online thing they're buying from. They want a deal because it's for their own personal, you know, they're not making money on this stuff. Of course, some of them could be. There's a lot of home studios that are for profit. Just trying to carefully put this back. Yeah, you want to come put this back? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Here. Ashley will take care of that. And here's the instructions. All right. Next up is from the auction. We've got this time clock. This is a Latham. Yep, Latham time clock. All metal. Quite vintage. It's got the key, which is a huge thing with time clocks. Gotta have the key. This one, the plug is bent, so we'll have to fix that. That's just a matter of bending it back into shape. And my plug's behind my camera here, so you're probably gonna see my big head. All right, I was trying to figure out how to open the case, but I can't seem to figure that out, so we'll have to move on. Trying to set up the keys, so because it's the original key ring and everything. So okay, we've got that. Got it where I want it. Take pictures. Zing. Boop, boop. Top, side. So yeah, we've got some auction stuff to pick up, which is cool. Get these keys. And then we're in New Jersey this weekend. May do some thrifting. Still not sure if we're gonna travel back and forth or stay up there. These vintage time clocks are heavy. So if you do buy them, be aware that they're a good 15 pounds or so. And vintage time clocks like this can go for anywhere from 50 to like 200 bucks, depending on model, condition, brand, stuff like that. So this one's in good shape. I did run a piece of paper and stamp something with it, and it's good to go. Probably needs a new print ribbon, but they almost always do need a little something. So no surprise there. I want to do. The other day I took pictures of cassettes, and when I was looking over this lot, I was like, yeah, I need to break up this lot because there are 2 cassettes here that do very, very well and 2 cassettes that do not do very, very well. So we're going to put 2 of them together. Fast Times at Ridgemont High cassette. That's like 30 bucks right there. Back to the Future. That's another like 30 bucks. Then we've got Animal House, which is like nothing. And then we've got American Anthem, which is like nothing. So we'll put, do lots of 2, one good one with one not so good one. Just to get them both the not so great ones gone. Hopefully somebody doesn't say, I just want the Fast Times. Like, no, I'm going to send you both. Like, I'm not going to price it any higher because they're getting 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll still be $30 for this lot. Just this will be a bonus, even though the 2 movies are really nothing alike, you know. But I probably should have done the Animal House with the Fast Times. That's probably more of a, oh well, too late. Just get this done, and yeah, so we're just plugging along, and this time of year is weird. I don't know. We were talking to my son in the car after practice, and he's like, he's feeling weird. He's feeling unfulfilled, is the way that I could best put it, I think. He was having trouble describing it, but like, it's just this time of year, like everything's coming to an end. The school year's coming to an end. Soccer season's coming to an end. And it's just, you know, we're kind of in the lame duck session of the year, you know. So we're just going through the motions until June. I'm trying to find him a soccer camp, because he does have the Olympic Development Program regional tournament to look forward to, which is in June. then after that, he's got like nothing till the fall. So I'm trying to find.
After that, he starts training for high school.
Yeah, can I have a baggie?
Baggie?
Sandwich bag. So I'm trying to find him a soccer camp to get him into, even if it's a one-day camp. Like I found a college camp that he can get into. It's $195 for one day. And the problem I have with that is I can get him into a 5-day not college camp. It would be a it's at the Atletico de Madrid professional team out of Spain. They're American soccer camps. I can get them into a 5-day camp for $375. But then we would have to find hotel accommodations and things like that. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but we're going to figure out something. The Madrid camp, if he does well, he could get selected to go over to Spain and train in Spain with the actual club coaches, which would be very, very cool experience for him. So we may look into something like that. Don't know which way is front. That way is front. Okay. And sorry, I'm just looking over this, making sure. Okay. So, yeah. Not really much else going on. I wish there was. But guess we can end the video here. I'll just continue taking pictures. You don't need to see everything I'm picturing. We're kind of through most of it now. Then I got to go and go through the auction stuff here a bit and figure out what I'm doing with the rest of that. So we'll end it here. I think it's a good stopping point. So like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horseshit, and we will catch you next time. Take care.